The Fremont sabotage story has turned truly bizarre. We go over the new stuff in the 2018.24.x update, and I give you one last reminder about the upcoming contest. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 418 for June 22nd, 2018. We start the show at Electrek, where the situation surrounding the claimed sabotage has gotten really weird. Following its own investigation, Tesla has filed suit against the former employee, and thanks to the suit, now we've got a name behind the allegations Tesla is making. Martin Tripp is the man that has allegedly caused so much havoc at the company, but that's not how he sees what's happened. Tripp claims that he's a whistleblower exposing issues at Tesla. Quote, "I am being singled out for being a whistleblower. I didn't hack into the system. The data I was collecting was so severe I had to go to the media." End quote. And it would seem that the data that was exfiltrated by Tripp was what contributed to the stories recently around allegedly excessive waste, as well as an allegation that Tesla was installing damaged cells into Model 3s. But we're not done yet. Tripp has released an email thread between himself and Elon regarding the loss of his job to the Washington Post. I begin to question exactly how bright Tripp is at this point, because the email chain does him no favors, and he's essentially admitted to some of the allegations in Tesla's lawsuit. On top of this, he's allegedly committed computer crimes against one of the most technically impressive companies in the world. Not really a smart idea. It really is the MO of someone who is angry and trying to exact revenge on a situation that they feel they've been wronged in. And just a note, not all of these allegations are necessarily civil ones. There are some criminal allegations here too. We'll see how this goes, as Tripp has yet to procure representation at this point. I feel like Tesla isn't the type of company to settle if they feel they have the upper hand, especially where Elon clearly feels wronged. But wait, there's still more. Tesla received information that Tripp was ready to show up shooting at Gigafactory. Quote, "Yesterday afternoon, we received a phone call from a friend of Mr. Tripp telling us that Mr. Tripp would be coming to the Gigafactory to shoot the place up. Police have been notified and actions are being taken to enhance security at the Gigafactory." End quote. The sheriff thankfully determined that there was no credible threat, though the investigation is still ongoing. The updates have been coming fast and frequent as of late, and 2018.24.x carries some interesting changes according to Electrek. First and foremost, Model 3 owners now have Summon available to them. Nearly a year after release, Model 3 owners can now take advantage of remotely moving their vehicle when needed. Next, we get a new feature that seems directed at moms and dads that might take leave of their senses and let their children drive the car. Apart from valet mode, which was the only previous way to limit the speed of the car, this feature allows you to limit the speed of the car to your specification without having to lock things down, such as the glove box in the frunk. Finally, this update changes the wording around the warning by Autopilot to get drivers to validate the system has their attention. Previously, the alert notified drivers to hold the steering wheel, but going forward, drivers will be directed to apply light force to the wheel, as squeezing the wheel doesn't do anything to trigger the system to know that you're there. From the release notes, quote, "We have changed the hold steering wheel alert to now display as apply light force to the steering wheel to better communicate how Autopilot detects your hands on the steering wheel, reducing the frequency of the alert displaying. As a reminder, AutoSteer detects your hands by recognizing light resistance as the steering wheel turns, or from you manually turning the steering wheel very lightly." End quote. Lastly today, as I said at the beginning of the week, I'm leaving for vacation, and there will be no shows next week as I rest and relax to recharge my own battery. But this doesn't mean that I'm totally vanishing. I'll still be paying attention to Tesla news and tweeting throughout my vacation. And some tweets you should look out for are my car EV sitting in a Supercharger on my way to my trip destination. When you see that, be the first to tell me where that Supercharger is, and you'll pick up a point. Whoever has the most points when I reach my destination will pick up an Amazon gift card. If there's a tie, I'll let everyone know, and the winner will be the closest person to the final mileage on my trip odometer when I reach my destination. The first picture should be showing up somewhere between 4 and 6 o'clock Eastern Time PM tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled, and good luck, everyone. You can check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're doing that, please consider supporting the show financially through Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. We have another new super patron today. Thanks a ton to Raymond Malkovich for joining the club. Thanks also, as always, to the rest of the super patrons out there supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltauer, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Kundici, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Rammer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Robert Healy, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morven Ogg, and Blake Thompson. If you can't support with dollars, be sure to show your love with positive reviews and subscriptions on YouTube, iTunes, and other services across the internet. That will be it for today's episode. If you have feedback for me, as always, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits using the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. That is it for a week. I will see you back here on 7/2, that's July 2nd. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.